We have started the recording. Every session we will record here so that you can watch it later. You can revise using your recording. Okay. Now, the content which we will cover here, you can check directly on I-MEDITA website. You need to go to imedita.com, go to live training, go to Palo Alto Networks, Palo Alto Firewall, and here you will see the content which we will cover in this entire training. Palo Alto Firewall course details, objective. Now, in this training, we have multiple sections. First section is here, security platform and architecture. In this section, we will learn about firewall introduction. Firewall introduction is what is firewall, how many techniques available in the market, like packet filtering, proxy server, stateful firewall, and transparent firewall, as well as what is next generation firewall. After this, we will go through with Palo Alto Firewall introduction. Here we will learn how many features are provided by Palo Alto Firewalls. Then we have next section of initial configuration. Here we will learn how to set up lab so that we can do practicals in our lab environment. Resources, every resources we will share. You only need a dedicated laptop or desktop. After lab setup, we will learn Palo Alto basics with the help of GUI and CLI. Now remember it. This entire training will be covered in two ways. First, we will learn how to configure the things or feature on Palo Alto Firewall with the help of GUI. Later, we will learn how to configure it via CLI. Next, we have here zone implementation. Palo Alto Firewall is a zone-based firewall. In every lab, we will configure zone. Okay. After basics, next we have here interface configuration. Here we will learn how to configure static routing on Palo Alto, how to configure default routing, how to configure path monitoring on Palo Alto Firewall. Now, I know that you know what is static routing and default routing, but question is here, what is path monitoring? Path monitoring means if you have worked on Cisco's device like Cisco routers, on Cisco routers, we configure a feature that is called SLA, Service Level Agreement. In Palo Alto, SLA is called path monitoring. After it, we will move toward advanced routing. Here we will learn how to configure or how to implement or troubleshoot RIP. Next, we will learn implementation and troubleshooting of OSPF. Next, we will learn implementation and troubleshooting of BGP, Border Gateway Protocol. After IPv4 routing, we will move toward IPv6 routing. In IPv6 routing, same sequence will be here. First, we will learn static routing, default routing, and path monitoring. Later, we will learn about implementation and troubleshooting of OSPF version 3. Then we will learn here how to implement and troubleshoot MP, BGP, multiple protocol border gateway protocol. Done. After advanced routing, then we will move to our next section. Next section is here security and net policy. Here we will learn that what is net, what is network address translation here. Done. And types of net available on Palo Alto like static net, dynamic net, PAT, destination net, and UNet. We will learn about network address translation, theoretical and practical. At the same time, we will also learn about how packet flow works on Palo Alto Firewall. After netting, we will move toward IPsec VPN. In present time, most of the companies or all companies establish multiple branches at remote location, and they should be able to communicate with each other over internet For that, they deploy a feature which is called VPN, Virtual Private Network, or IPsec VPN. Here we will learn what is IPsec VPN, and then we will learn how to configure site-to-site VPN, Palo Alto to Palo Alto with IKE version 1, with IKE version 2, with dynamic routing, with certificate authentication. When we will configure VPN, definitely we will do mistake. Then we will learn here how to troubleshoot it. Okay, so these are on Palo Alto to Palo Alto. But in industry, you will not always see all devices belongs to Palo Alto. They may belongs to different vendors. So here you will also learn how to configure site-to-site VPN, Palo Alto to Cisco router, Palo Alto to Cisco ASA, Palo Alto to Fortinet firewall, Palo Alto to Checkpoint firewall, Palo Alto to Juniper Firewall, Palo Alto to Cisco FTD, as well as you will also learn how to establish site-to-site VPN between overlapping subnets. So most of the vendors we have added here, okay, which are providing firewall services in the market. After site-to-site VPN, next we will move toward your Global Protect VPN. Global Protect is actually SSL VPN. Here, first of all, we will do theory, then we will do practical, that how to implement Global Protect with full tunnel, with split tunnel with public IP, as well as Global Protect integration with site-to-site VPN. After this, we will move to next section, which belongs to interface configuration, that is virtual wire. What is vWire? If you have worked on another vendor's firewall like Cisco or FortiGate, they contain a feature, transparent firewall. Transparent firewall feature is called virtual wire in Palo Alto firewall. We will do it theoretical and practical. After this, we will move toward HA, high availability. Okay, theoretical and practical. Palo Alto Firewall supports two types of HA, active passive and active active. We will do theoretical and practical. The features which we have discussed till now, they can be provided by any firewall, any normal firewall. Now, the onwards features like decryption, app ID, content ID, URL filtering, WildFire, user ID, monitoring, and reporting. These features are provided by next generation firewall, or it may be possible they can be provided by UTM, Unified Threat Management. But this feature, WildFire or sandbox inspection, this is only provided by next generation firewall or next generation IPS. Now let's discuss about it, that what is decryption. Today I'm just giving you an overview that what is this. Later when the turn will come, we will discuss about these features more detailed. But today just a overview about it. Now first, what we have here, we have here decryption. So let's start with decryption, that what is decryption and why it is necessary or required in present time. Assume we have here PC connected with a device or firewall like Palo Alto. Palo Alto is connected with internet. And at internet, we have a public server like which providing the services of HTTPS, or you can say SSL, or you can say TLS. On Palo Alto Firewall, we will create a rule. Using that rule, we will allow SSL or TLS, or we can say we will allow here HTTPS. When we will allow HTTPS, client will establish SSL tunnel with the server, and when client will establish SSL tunnel with the server here, it means there is a secure communication between client and server. Using this tunnel, this client and this server can communicate with each other in secure way. Now, this protocol was designed so that client and server can communicate with each other in secure way, but it is also possible that this tunnel can be used to exchange or download virus can be used to exchange or download spyware and can be used for data loss. Okay, now what we want? We want that if user is using SSL tunnel, using that tunnel, what is allowed? Data communication is allowed. Normal. Using it, we want normal data communication. We want normal data communication should be allowed. But this the exchange of virus, spyware, and data loss should not be there. If you want such functionality, or if you want to enable deeper inspection, or if you want to inspect the traffic which is going under which kind of tunnel, SSL tunnel, for that, our firewall should have capability of decryption. Okay. Now, what we need to do? We need to enable decryption. We need to enable decryption on Palo Alto Firewall. When we will enable decryption on Palo Alto Firewall, then Palo Alto Firewall will not allow client to directly establish tunnel with the server. Then what will happen? Then it will work in this way that when you will enable decryption, there will be one tunnel between client and Palo Alto. There will be one tunnel between client and Palo Alto. Then there will be another tunnel, Palo Alto to public server. When data is internal at that time, that is encrypted. But when data is available at Palo Alto Firewall, it is available in plain text format. When we have data in plain text format, then what we can do? We can deploy here security profiles. In security profiles, we have antivirus, anti-spyware, file blocking, data filtering profile. Now, what will happen? This plain text data will be offered to security profiles. Security profiles will remove the impurities from data. Now, clean or pure data will be sent to client or will be sent to server here. Now, what we can do with the help of decryption? With the help of decryption, we can see what is going under SSL tunnel. If something is suspected, then we can filter it with the help of security profile. But remember it, decryption will convert the encrypted data in plain text. Now, rest of the job will be done by security profile. So this is our decryption, and using it we can configure firewall in such way if any attack is going under SSL tunnel, now we can convert encrypted data in plain text, and plain text data will be offered to security profile. If there is a virus, spyware, or file or any confidential information, we can block that. So this decryption is also called here HTTPS inspection. Decryption is called on Palo Alto Firewall. HTTPS inspection is called Checkpoint Firewall and FortiGate Firewall. So remember it all. There are three vendors in the market, or multiple vendors, but who are leading in this present time? There are three: Fortinet, Palo Alto, and Checkpoint. In present time, these three vendors are the leaders who are providing firewall solutions to the world. There is also another vendors. If you have listened the name Cisco, Juniper, Huawei, Alibaba, Barracuda, Hilston, Sangfor, lots of vendors are there, but who are leading? These are the three vendors. So these three vendors provides same set of features, and here This decryption is called HTTPS inspection on checkpoint firewall and FortiGate firewall, but Palo Alto says it is simple decryption. So this was something about that what is decryption. Next, what we have? Next, we have here app ID. Now, question is, what is this app ID? To understand it, again, let's go with diagram. Next topic is here app ID, or it is also called application identification. We have a PC connected with Palo Alto, Palo Alto connected with internet, and internet is connected with a server like Facebook. Now we have a user sitting on the PC. This user will use dynamic port number and it will hit to the server port number 443. Now what this user will do? First, this user will establish one tunnel, one session. Then after it, it will establish another session. Same multiple sessions can be there on a single connection like this one. We are discussing here what is app ID or application identification. Look here, assume we have a PC connected with Palo Alto. Palo Alto is connected with internet. At internet, we have a server like Facebook. When as a user we will access Facebook, definitely we will use our dynamic port number and we will hit to the port number 443 of Facebook. So first session will be there of SSL. Under SSL, we will access Facebook. Under Facebook, we will access Facebook chat. Then we will access Facebook post. Then we can access Facebook's games and we can access here Facebook events or anything. Multiple options are there. Now, what we want? We want as a engineer or just for curiosity that the user should be able to access Facebook. User should be able to access post, but user should not be able to access chat and user should not be able to access game applications when they are accessing Facebook. So we can control Facebook chat, Facebook games with the help of app ID. Now, question is this, as we are talking about here Facebook, similar here if you have a server which belongs to which one? For example, Gmail. So same thing will be here when you are accessing that server. Definitely you will use another dynamic port number like 1026 and it you will hit to the port number 443 of your Gmail. When you are accessing Gmail, definitely at that connection, your first session belongs to SSL, second session belongs to Gmail. Next session belongs to Google Docs. In Google Docs, what you can do? You can do upload, you can do download, or you can also do here sharing. Now, same thing you can do with Gmail. You can allow SSL, you can allow Gmail, you can allow Google Docs. But what we can do? We can block Docs upload and we can block Google Docs download. So these things can be done with the help of app ID. Now question is this, what is this app ID? Because this thing is invented by Palo Alto, so I will refer the documentation as they mentioned by them. Now Palo Alto says that in application identification, if we say what is application, so there is no standard definition for application according to Palo Alto, but something we have to describe or define here. Then they says that yes, definitely what we have a client, and what we have here, we have server. Now a session or a session connection or communication between client and server, which can be identify, monitor, and controlled, is called application. If someone asks us what is app ID, so we can say with the help of app ID, what we can do, we can block applications like Facebook chat, Facebook games, or we can block applications like Google Docs upload and Google Docs download. Or now, if someone asks what in Palo Alto, okay, we implement a feature app ID, then in that app ID or app identification, what is the meaning of application? Then we can say to them, according to Palo Alto, a session, connection, or communication between client and server which can be identify, monitor, and control is called application. Like, for example, Palo Alto can identify this is SSL traffic, this is Facebook, Facebook chat, Facebook post, Facebook games, Facebook event. Similar, this is SSL, this is Gmail, Google Docs, upload, download, and sharing. So multiple signatures are there, or more than 3000 or 4000 signatures are there, using which you can identify the session, connection, or communication between client and server, and you can identify it, you can monitor it, as well as you can control it, that what is allow or what is deny. So this app ID will help us to control the applications which we are using, or which will be used when a client is communicating with any server like Google, Facebook, okay, YouTube, or any other websites. Done. But remember it, this thing will work perfectly because you are going under SSL tunnel. You are going under SSL tunnel. So app ID will work perfectly if you will enable decryption. So before using app ID, what we need to deploy? We need to deploy here decryption. That's why I mentioned in sequence, first do decryption, then you can identify the application. So this is the meaning of app ID. Now, what we have discussed till now, two things. With the help of decryption, we can convert encrypted data in plain text format. Only this. With the help of app ID, you can identify, monitor, and control the application. But till now, we have not discussed that what will happen if our data has virus or spyware or malware or any attack is there, any restricted file format is there. So that thing will be controlled with the help of content ID. So what is content ID? Let's discuss about it. Now we are discussing about content ID, or when you will see this term in Palo Alto ID. ID means simple identification. Next we have here content identification. Okay, now we have PC connected with Palo Alto. Palo Alto is connected here with internet, and at internet we have any public server. Hmm. We have a client in inside network. That client will send request to public server. This request will go via or go through Palo Alto Firewall. Now we have a data, some data file format available on Palo on server. Now server will give reply, and in reply what server is sending? Server is sending a file or data. It may be possible that that data can has virus, can has spyware, or there can be any file. Okay. Now if this file will go to the client. If there is a virus or spyware, now this host will be compromised. Now what we want? We want that if any type of attack, virus, spyware, or any type of file format which is harmful for our client, we want to block it. To do so, what we need to deploy here? We need to deploy here content ID. When we enable content ID, actually we enable here security profiles. And at Palo Alto Firewall, we have different types of security profiles like antivirus. Next, we have here anti spyware. Next, we have here file blocking. Next, we have here data filtering. Done. So what we need to do? Simply, when we will enable security profiles, you have in content ID, you have four. One, two, antivirus, anti-spyware, file blocking, and data filtering. You need to enable these profiles. Now, what will happen? When client will initiate a request through Palo Alto Firewall, that will go to public server. Now, if any data is available or file is available on public server, that will be sent to Palo Alto Firewall. Now, Palo Alto Firewall will filter this data with the help of antivirus, anti-spyware with the help of file blocking and with the help of data filtering profile. If any virus is there, that will be stopped by antivirus. If any spyware is there, that will be blocked by anti-spyware. And for example, we don't want user should be able to download which kind of file, exe file, or user should not be able to download PDF file. Then what we can do in file blocking? In file blocking, we can define if there is an exe file or any PDF file that should be blocked. Now, these file format will be blocked by file blocking profile. Next, we have data filtering profile. Okay. Our data filtering profile, if the user is trying to download, for example, any .doc file, .txt file, or which contain like your confidential information like credit card numbers. So with the help of data filtering profile, we can define if any file which contain credit card numbers, what to do? Block it. Now we need to block it. So these security profiles like antivirus, anti-spyware, file blocking, and data filtering, they will be used to filter your data, whatever you are trying to download from the internet or you are trying to upload. So these profiles will remove the impurities from your data, or we can say when data will be filtered with these profiles, that data will be a clean data, and this clean data will be offered to client. Okay, so what is content ID here? Content ID is simple. When we enable antivirus, anti-spyware, file blocking, and data filtering profile on Palo Alto Firewall, so that we can clean our data from any kind of impurities, that combined word is called content ID. Clear? But remember it will work perfectly when you have enabled decryption. Normally, it will work on plain text data. If you will not enable decryption, then attack can go under SSL tunnel. So if you want that policies should be implemented under SSL tunnel, we have to enable decryption, which we have discussed earlier. Clear? So this was something about your content ID. Next, okay, now another thing here, that antivirus and anti-spyware. We know very well that virus and spywares are introduced in this world every day, or we can say every minute. Then what about those means those new virus? So don't worry about that. These antivirus and anti-spyware. So Palo Alto Firewall will use antivirus signatures, anti-spyware signatures will be used by Palo Alto Firewalls, and these signatures are updated after every. You will get signature update after 24 hours. Okay, after every 24 hours you will get new signature update from Palo Alto, because this firewall belongs to Palo Alto, so definitely Palo Alto will provide you signature update which you can manually download or you can schedule. Clear? So this was something about content ID or content identification. Next, we have here URL filtering. So what is URL filtering? Let's discuss about it. Assume we have a PC. PC connected with PC is connected with Palo Alto Firewall. Palo Alto Firewall is connected here with internet, and at internet we have different kind of servers: server 1, server 2, server 3, and numbers of servers are there. Like we have here Google, Facebook, YouTube, and gambling server we have, like which one? Poker.com. Now we have a user. When we will create a rule like inside can go to outside, now this user can access any kind of server here. Clear? But what we want this user should not be able to access just like streaming sites, YouTube, gambling sites, poker.com, torrent websites, or proxy website like this. For that, we need to enable a feature on Palo Alto. That feature is called here URL filtering. When you will enable URL filtering, then you have options here. Like when you will enable URL filtering, then you have URL categories there. You have 70 plus categories available on Palo Alto Firewall. And in those categories, you have Google. Google belongs to search engine. Next, we have Facebook. Facebook belongs to social site. Next, we have YouTube, streaming video. Next, we have poker. Poker belongs to gambling site. By default, they everything is allowed. Now, when you will enable URL filtering, you will get an option. You can enable some categories or you can deny some categories. Okay. So how many categories you have? You have about 75 plus categories available on Palo Alto Firewall. Okay. So you can use inbuilt category. If any site, if you think that no, this category is not available on Palo Alto, don't worry about it. You can create your own category. You can put URL. So you have options. You can use inbuilt category or you can define custom category. Now, what we have defined? We have defined URL filtering where we have defined search engine allow, social site allow, streaming video, block, and gambling website block. Now what will happen when user will send request? For example, user is sending request that I want to communicate with Google, that will come to Palo Alto. Before sending it, Palo Alto will check URL. URL is which one? Google.com, which belongs to search engine. Now that is allow. So Google access will be allow here. Same here, Facebook.com access will also allow here. But when user will send request, I want to go to youtube.com, then this request will be blocked by firewall because it is not allowed. Same here, your poker.com access will also block here. Now, Palo Alto says that if you want in your organization, certain URLs should be allowed, certain URL should not be allowed. For that, there is no need to purchase any dedicated proxy server. You can use our URL filtering feature. Using it, you can control URL access. Done. But if you want more control, then you have to go to proxy server solutions. Otherwise, there is no need to purchase proxy server. Now, question is this: which kind of more control we are talking about? For example, if you want, okay, this user should be able to access which one? YouTube. When that will access YouTube, then YouTube should be allowed until, or we can say YouTube should be allowed till 2 GB data. 2 GB buffering means when you will access YouTube, then definitely you will consume the data. Now we want, okay, the user can access YouTube until they are consuming how much data? 2 GB data. So this thing will not done by Palo Alto. This thing will be done by proxy server, not by Palo Alto. So Palo Alto says if your target is only that, okay, this URL should be allowed, this should be denied, you can use URL filtering. But if you want that YouTube should be allowed, if you want YouTube or streaming videos should be allowed with quota based access, so this solution will be provided. This will be done by which server? Proxy server. Now, it may be possible that at the time of interview, someone can ask you, okay, Palo Alto do URL filtering, proxy server also do URL filtering. Then what is the difference? So this is the difference. With the help of Palo Alto, you can allow or block the URL, but you can't provide quota-based access. You can't deploy, implement quota-based access for any streaming website. This will be done by only proxy server. Clear? Done.
Sir, I have a question.
Mhm.
Within streaming, do we have the capability to filter the type of content, like the violence or the music, or like within YouTube website?
As I know, Palo Alto only provide you option that either that site should be allow or deny. Got it?
Okay.
Not like that. Next, we have here WildFire. Okay, before starting with WildFire, let's make this thing clear. With the help of decryption, we can convert encrypted data in plain text. Only this. With the help of App ID, we can identify and control application. With the help of Content ID, we can block virus, spyware, file, and we can control data, data loss. Okay. With the help of URL filtering, we can block certain URLs which are malicious or harmful for the organization. These things will help us to protect only those kinds of attack which are known, which are known. But what about that traffic or that attack which is unknown for us? So that unknown attack will be protected with the help of WildFire. Let's understand it. Now to understand it, again we will go through with a diagram. Diagram, we have a PC connected with PC, and that is connected with Palo Alto Firewall. Palo Alto Firewall is connected with Internet. Internet is connected with a public server. Okay. Now, what we have learned? Decryption, app ID, content ID, URL filtering. Or we can say here, till now we have learned or we have deployed a rule like one, that if attacks are known or if you know the attack, known attacks, then known attacks action, they should be denied. How we can come to know that attacks are known? Because we have here signatures. We don't have too much space here. For easy understanding, I will use color coding. Like we have here antivirus signatures. We have here anti-spyware signatures. We have here file blocking signatures. We have here data filtering signatures. Or we also have here like URL filtering. Got it? So we have signatures of antivirus. We have signatures of antivirus, anti-spyware, file blocking, data filtering, and URL filtering signatures are available here. Done. Now we have a user sitting in our LAN environment. That user will send request to a public server. That request will go through firewall. From public server, we will download a file. Means from public server, what we will do? Public server will give reply. In reply, public server is giving a file, or you can call it data. That file which we are getting in response, that will be matched with non-attacks or non-signatures. Now, in this file, there is no signatures of virus, spyware, file, data filtering, or URL filtering, for example. Then what we are getting here? No match statement. If no attack is there, then what will happen? The file will be allow here. Got it? If there is no attack, then simple file will be allow. What will happen if this file contain like if this file contain here virus, or it contain spyware, or any restricted file is there like .exe. If we are getting the data, and in that data we have some virus, spyware, or an exe file, at this time what will happen? When this file will come, it will match with which one? Antivirus. It will also match with anti-spyware. It will also match with file blocking signatures. Now it is matching, then what to do with it? Deny. At this time, file will not be allow. This file will be deny or block. Got it or not? So simple. All firewalls, or we can say here, normal firewall can deny only non-attacks. What will happen if this file contain unknown attack or zero-day attack? Now to understand it, at this time we this file contain, for example, we are getting the file, and this file contain ZDA, contain ZDA, which is called zero-day attack, or it is also called here unknown attack. Done. Now, file which has or which contain unknown attack or zero-day attack, such file will come at firewall. Firewall will match this file with its non-attack signatures. Now you can see no matching with antivirus, no matching with spyware. So it is not matching with any kind of signatures. Now we are getting here what? No match. If no match, then what will happen with this file? File which has ZDA, zero-day attack, that will be zero-day attack file will be allowed. It will go to host and host will be compromised. Situation is just or was here is just like Corona. Before 3 or 4 years, there was a problem in the entire world named Corona. So what are the symptoms? First of all, no one knows about it, that it is a very harmful virus. So simple, people travel at one country to another country. Documentation says that it came from China. China peoples went to Malaysia, Dubai, etc., etc. Entire world will go there. Then due to air, so the virus came goes from one human to another, another to another, then entire world was affected. Got it? Now, when the entire world come to know this is a big problem, at that time that was there was too much delay, then entire world was affected. Now assume what would happen at that time if we will recognize first pa- first patient of corona, then there will be no such big problem. So same here, if you say that we want to protect our network from unknown attack, it is not possible because attacks are discovered day by day and your firewall can only control non-attack. But what we can do, let it happen? No, we have to stop it. So how we can stop it? Because this attack is happening in organization. Now it is the responsibility of this device need to tell this thing to the vendor to whom it's belong. For example, this is which one? Palo Alto Firewall. So we have to enable a feature or something in this way that if anything suspicious it will detect, it needs to send this file to data center or cloud. Okay. That technique name is called here sandbox inspection. And this sandbox inspection is marketed by Palo Alto with the name of WildFire. Done. WildFire is the marketing term of Palo Alto for which technique? Sandbox inspection. So we need to enable sandbox inspection or WildFire. In WildFire or sandbox inspection, we configure a second rule on Palo Alto. And in that rule, we say or define in this way, if attacks are unknown or for unknown attack, if attacks are unknown, then what we need to do? Action. For unknown attack, what to do? Send information to cloud or send information to data center. Now this information is not shared by one vendor to another because they are paying, means for this they are charging a lot of money. Okay, so Palo Alto device will send it to Palo Alto data center. Cisco device will send this information to Cisco data center. FortiGate device will send it to FortiGate device or data center. Done. Now, what we have configured? We have configured a second rule, and this second rule says that what if unknown attacks are there, then what we need to take action? Send information to cloud or data center of Palo Alto. At internet, every vendor data center is connected. So we are assuming here this is our Palo Alto data center, or it is the Palo Alto cloud. Actually, this is a server that is www.wildfire.paloaltonetworks.com. Okay, when we say we will send information to cloud, so cloud is actually a public server. Done. So this information will send to www.wildfire.paloaltonetworks.com. So this name will be resolved with the IP. That IP belongs to any server which is hosted on internet controlled by Palo Alto. Got it? So cloud means simply we will send this file to a URL. That URL has what? Public IP owned by Palo Alto. Clear? Okay. Which one? JDA, just it can be a text file, it can be a exe file, it can be a PDF file, any kind of file which contain virus. You know, diseases change itself time to time. So what we need to modify the medicines as well time to time. Okay. Corona was earlier, but this format was different. That was not controlled by the previous medicines. That's why they called it Corona variant XYZ like this. Got it or not? So these signatures are only for those attacks which are known. But what about that attack which is unknown for us? Got it or not? So this JDA attack will be a file, just like normal file, which contain pattern of virus or attack, but which is not yet realized. Which is not yet realized. Those attacks will come under unknown attack category. As we didn't recognize Corona in 2019. Got it or not? So that was unknown for us. But yes, there can be a solution. Solution will be generated or solution will be designed. But what we need? Time. If we will get or we will come to know about the problem after too much delay, then that will be very harmful for us. So the approach is here, definitely unknown attack will be there. So what we need to do, we need to see that attack as soon as possible, as we can do, and we need to send information to data center where we have dedicated experts which can analyze them, which can generate signatures. When we have signatures, we will push the signatures to device. Now the unknown attack will be converted into non attack, then we can stop it. Clear? Now online candidates.
How would Palo Alto know that
Hmm.
this file has some kind of suspicious thing?
Mhm.
Or is it will send all the files which are being downloaded for inspection to that sandbox?
Okay, now listen. Who is asking? Vinod, correct?
Yes.
Okay, listen. Simple. This is a person, and how you can say it is ill? It has some illness. Okay, then what we will do? There will be one approach that either he or she is ill or not, we will send it to hospital, they will check it. But it is not possible that every time every candidate or everything will be sent to hospital. Then human being, as we are human being, we have some certain of parameters. We have some parameters. Okay, when we will decide that this candidate has some problem, so what we will do, we have a list or checklist of a healthy person, like his or her body temperature should be like this, should whatever the temperature is there, heartbeat should be like this, yes or no, and another reaction should be like this, related to any light or any object. Then these are the parameters which we have in our brain.
Understood.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Now if we I'm just because we I'm just talking in friendly way. If we will define, okay, this is the person, and we have defined this thing, that its body temperature like should be how much, 97 Fahrenheit, whatever is this, okay, and heartbeat
80 around,
80,
to
okay,
exactly a minute. Yeah.
got it. Then heartbeat should be like this. Now if we will define this thing, that okay, this person is healthy if it fulfills two parameters, heartbeat 80 and body temperature like this, we can say this person is good or healthy, good or healthy. Got it or not? If certain is below than this, then we can categorize it what, that is ill. Yes or no? Or we can categorize, okay, now these are the parameters of a alive healthy person. Now what are the criterias of a dead person, Vinod?
Yeah. No heartbeat, no
Okay,
breathing.
no heartbeat and body temperature.
It will be cold, very cold.
Very cool. Okay, so how much, 1 Fahrenheit, it's okay,
Hmm.
just for understanding. Got it? Now we have defined that a person we can count, we can mark that is C or he is dead if body temperature is just like 1 Fahrenheit or no heartbeat. Got it or not? Can
Yeah.
we count that person dead? Yes or
Yes.
no?
Yes.
No. No, I'm saying no. Listen, why we can't say, now you will asking how you can say that is not dead. Now I'm taking an another approach. There are certain practice in this world. So what we can do? We
CPR.
can increase and decrease the temperature of the body, as well as we can control the human heartbeat. Got it or not? So that criteria goes fail for those persons. Okay, this is not a good criteria for those persons which we call them yogi, or you can take example of Baba Ramdev. Got it? He says that I can drink 1 kg ghee and nothing will happen, but it is for him, not for us. Got it or not? So just like this, as we human being has some certain parameters of a healthy person or a ill person or dead person, in same way what Palo Alto has done here. So it is not possible to describe each and every parameters in one list, or it is not possible to implement every parameter in a device. So what Palo Alto use an approach here. Palo Alto has signatures of normal traffic. It has signature of normal traffic, plus it has signatures of non-attack. Got it? So we have normal traffic signatures plus normal attack, as you can see here: antivirus, anti-spyware, file blocking, data filtering, and URL filtering. Now the file which is coming here, we will match, first of all we will match it with non-attack. Is it matching? No. Then it will be matched with which one? Normal traffic pattern or normal traffic signature. It means neither it is non-attack nor it is normal. Then it means it is a non-attack. So that file will be sent to cloud. Clear, Vinod?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Welcome. Now, so same here, means they have defined, okay, this is FTP, this kind of data in FTP packet. So they have application and application signature. If that is not matching with non-attack, as well as that is also not matching with normal traffic, it means it is abnormal, which is abnormal for device. Only that traffic will be sent to cloud. Now the device will not automatically send it. Device needs configuration, as well as device need capability, and this feature comes with subscription. It is not freely available. Okay, now we have same file again. The file with 0-day attack will be matched with non-attack, as well as I told you, it will also match with firewall, will also match with normal traffic pattern. If it will not match, then it means it is clear, it is matching, or it will fall in the category of which one? Unknown attack. Now it is the responsibility of firewall. Firewall needs to send this unknown attack information to vendor. Vendor means cloud. So this is Palo Alto Cloud or data center. As I told you, this is www.wildfire.paloaltonetworks.com. Then file will be sent to this public server. Now we are assuming that this file will be sent to Palo Alto Cloud. So what we have here? We have here file which contain which kind of information? ZDA attack. This file will be submitted to Palo Alto Cloud, and in Palo Alto Cloud, the file was submitted with 0-day attack. Now question is this, what will happen to this file? Now in their data center, they have dedicated engineers, just like you. We know very well, in present time we have lots of hospitals are available, lots of doctors are available. Some are heart specialists, some are brain specialists, means we have multiple specialized doctors. But we know this thing very clearly, the doctor who operate or who do operation, they or doctor, he or she, they do not make medicine by their own. Do they make medicine by their own? No. There are another doctors, okay, in pharma companies who developed medicines. But the doctor who develop medicines, he or she, they never do operate. Got it or not? So we have dedicated engineers there or not? Yes, they have dedicated engineers. They are paying money to them worldwide. They have 40 or 45 plus units around the world. So this file will be submitted to Palo Alto Cloud. Those engineers will analyze it and they will say, whatever you have received, what is this? This is virus. What they will do with this virus? They will generate solution, or they will generate antivirus of that, or they will generate signature, whatever you will call it. That solution will get two names. So first name will be here WildFire update. So first what we will get here? We will get here, they will generate solution. Okay, so solution is there. We have solution or signature, whatever you will call it. So this first update will be called here WildFire update, and this network or cloud or data center will again push or send the update to, will send this update to Palo Alto Firewall. Now update will be sent to Palo Alto Firewall. What Palo Alto Firewall will do? Will accept it. And when this update will be accepted here, now what we have here? We have here unknown attack signatures, or ZDA, 0-day attack signatures we have here. Got it? Now this attack is known for us. But look here, there is a time window between, because you will send the file and you will get update. So what you are doing? Firewall is sending file, And now at this step, Palo Alto is receiving the Palo Alto is receiving the update here. So what is time window between this period? So when you will send the file or when you will receive the update, there is a time window. Palo Alto says that we need how much time? 3 to 5 minutes. Within 3 to 5 minutes. Now time is how much? We have time 10:32. We have time 10:32 a.m. Now at 10:37 a.m. what you will get? You will receive wildfire update. Now question is this, what will happen between this period? Bhagwan bharose. God will help you. Okay, until you will not get update, no one can protect you. Okay, but after update, firewall will protect you. Now we can say here, before update, before update, ZDA will be allowed. Before update, 0-day attack will be allowed. No one can stop it. But next is here, what will happen after update? After update, ZDA will be denied. 0-day attack will be denied. Got it or not? Now question is this, in this way no one can means still attack is there? Yes. There is no technique in this world who can protect you from 0-day attack if you are the first victim. If you are the first victim, then what will it be the benefit? No, wait. Benefit is this. Assume there some 0-day attack happen in your organization and you have sent information to Palo Alto. Now this update is not only for you. This is update is for all Palo Alto firewalls. This update will go to all Palo Alto firewalls who have what? Who have wildfire subscription. Okay, got it or not? So whatever happened to you, this will give protection to another organization. Got it or not? And same thing is applicable on another. Assume you are here or you are not here. You are second one. You are second one. Now any attack happen in any organization, they will send to Palo Alto Cloud. Cloud will give update to that organization as well to you. Now what you are getting? You are getting here unknown attack signature for that attack which doesn't happen in your organization. If same attack will happen in your organization, if same attack will happen in your organization, you have signatures, what you will do? You will stop it, or your firewall will stop it. So it is a information sharing technique. Whatever will happen to you, you will tell to Palo Alto. Palo Alto will help others. Whatever will happen to them, they will tell to Palo Alto. It will help you. Got it? So this is called here wildfire, or it is actually, this process is actually what? Sandbox inspection. Now question is this, what is sandbox inspection? This process which I have defined to you, it is sandbox inspection. In sandbox inspection, a device like firewall or IPS sends a file to a dedicated system for deeper inspection. That dedicated system can be on premise, can be on cloud. Recommended solution is cloud, because on cloud they have lots of data, lots of resources there, they can analyze it. So that dedicated system will analyze it, they will categorize it. If it is virus, they will generate solution, and that solution will be offered to device will accept that solution, and that solution will be used to protect your network. Got it? So this sandbox inspection is marketed by Palo Alto with the name WildFire. Done. So Palo Alto do marketing of sandbox inspection with the name WildFire. In same way, Checkpoint do marketing of this solution with the name Sandblast. Sandblast. Got it? But remember it. If you are the first victim, sorry, but if you are the second one, now you are protected or you are safe. Got it? Any problem in this wildfire or sandbox inspection? Now, yes,
Well, there's
any
a
question?
one question. Yeah. So this every organization maintain their own sandbox, or it's a common entity? And let's say there was an attack on Palo Alto, and
Uh-huh.
they now have a signature. Do they share signature with other vendors, or they are just their proprietary?
First thing, this look here, device is sending file to a system. This system can be on premise. Palo Alto provides two types of solution for wildfire. You can purchase wildfire physical appliance from Palo Alto with the name WF500 and 600 series appliance are there, which you can deploy in your organization. And when we will configure wildfire, now we will not use, this is our which kind of solution? This is our public solution. Public solution means www.wildfire.paloaltonetworks.com. This is public cloud. You can also use private cloud. When you are using private cloud, you can send this information to a server which is available in your organization. Okay, but Palo Alto never recommend on-premise solution because server has limited resources, limited CPU, limited RAM, limited signatures. Palo Alto says that if you want higher security, use which solution? Public cloud. Send information to our public data center. First thing. So both solutions are available. Next thing is here. Remember it. This to gather this information, Palo Alto has hired more than thousands or 10,000 or more than lakh peoples or engineers. They are paying lots of salary to them. They have dedicated resources or data center. So this information Palo Alto will never share with another vendor. Same thing, Checkpoint will never share its information to another vendor. Cisco will never share its information to another. FortiGate will never share this information to other. If they will share this information to other, it means they are putting X their own leg. Got it or not? So this is proprietary. Okay, solution. They charge very high for this solution, and this information will never share with another vendor. Clear?
Yes. Thank you.
Okay, welcome. Listen here. Listen. It is just like this. In present time, we are here in Pune and it is rainy season. Yes or no? Is there any certain means fixed parameter by the god or by any superpower that after such amount of time, after such duration, definitely you will get rain? No. Yes or no? There can be rain or there can be more or less. Yes or no? Same here. This update will come. They says it will come with term and condition. Update will come with term and condition. Suppose there is no attack in the market. If there is no new attack, then why will send you signatures? Got it or not? Now, this says that if you have submitted any file to us, if you have submitted any file to us, we will check it. If we will find that is malicious, only then update will go to you as well as it will go to all vendors. If we think this file is not malicious, then we will not send any update to you. What will happen? That goes, okay, we don't think. We know that it is unknown for you, but let us check. We will check in our data center. We have, listen, Palo Alto was established in 2005. 2005. So 2005 to till now 2024. So we can say here we have about 19 to 20, 19 to 20 years time duration we have. So they have lots of signatures, lots of resources, lots of engineers are there. So they will check the file with their own database whether that is malicious or not. If they think that is attack, they will generate signature, they will send to you. Otherwise, if we think it is normal, your device will let it go. We will also let it go. Clear? Now, in WildFire, just we need to configure this thing. Remember it. We should have WildFire subscription. If your device has no WildFire subscription, then you can't send up file as well as you can't receive updates. Remember it. If any Palo Alto firewall which do not have WildFire subscription, that can't participate in process. Neither it can't send file nor it can receive update. Got it? Only those firewalls who have valid WildFire subscription, they can send file, they can download update. Got it or not? Now, what will happen to those customers? Suppose this is the customer which do not have WildFire subscription. Then what will happen to this client will not get WildFire update. Then how they will protect themselves? They have not opted for this service. They are not paying too much money. It's just like you will get as much you pay. We travel in flight. We have first class. That cost is about 40,000, 50,000, 60,000, whatever is there. There is also another one class that is economy. Economy charges only 7, 8,000. They get more leg space, food, priority, etc., etc. Same here. So this update will not go to them. Then how they will protect themselves? Don't worry. They will also get this update, but not after every 5 minutes. Now, for those customers who don't have WildFire subscription, now second name of this solution is antivirus. Second name of this solution will be antivirus update. Same update will go as antivirus signature, but this update will go to Palo Alto after, will go to this Palo Alto firewall after 24 hours. Got it or not? If you don't have subscription, don't worry. You have to survive by yourself. And after 24 hours, same update will go to you. If you think that I can handle attack for 24 hours, then no need to purchase this subscription. If you think no, I don't want any kind of bullshit or downtime. And if you think our data is more critical, sensitive, etc., etc., whatever you will call, then you can go for WildFire update. Just like Corona. If any people think that no, in for I'm just joking here. When Corona vaccine was designed or invented, first of all, that was offered to whom? Old peoples. Yes or no? There was certain age limit because they can't survive. Okay, after that, that was offered to people of 20 to 40 or whatever, then it goes to child. Got it or not? So the organizations who think that they have more confidential information, then they there should be no outage due to any kind of attack. They can opt for WildFire subscription. If there is any organization, if they think if any attack will come, don't worry, we can install our server again. Data is not important for us. We can handle 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 7 day outage. We can handle. Then no need for them. Got it? So this was something about your, yes, Bhagwan Singh.
Sir, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
So regarding, I mean, I'm just taking an overview of whatever we have started today, right?
Mm-hmm.
So using app ID, we are basically categorizing our traffic, right?
No, no, not you are going in wrong way.
Okay.
Listen, when we at firewall, we will create an allow rule. Then inside host can communicate with public server, correct?
Mhm.
Okay, next thing. What we want? We want to block Facebook. So what we can use here? To block Facebook, we can use URL filtering. When we will use URL filtering, we can block access of Facebook. Is this thing clear?
Yes.
Okay, now what I want, I don't want to block Facebook. I want to block only Facebook chat. I want to block Facebook games. I want to block Facebook file upload, Facebook file download. Only these things we want to block, but we don't want to block entire Facebook. For that, we will use App ID. Another thing, in every organization, we use Google, Gmail, and we also use Google Docs. If I will block Gmail or Google Docs, then entire communication with Google will block here. Okay, but I don't want to block Gmail. I only want to block that transaction if user is using Google Docs, that user is uploading any kind of file to Google Docs, or using Google Docs that they are trying to download any file, or they want to share any file. That kind of transaction or session we want to block, that can be done with the help of App ID. Now, is this thing clear?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Welcome. And next is what? Next we have here user ID. So what is user ID? User ID is in this way we can understand. We have a PC connected with PC is connected with Palo Alto. Palo Alto is connected with internet. Normally, when we define policy on Palo Alto. For example, one policy example is here. Policy number one. For example, we have source network 101.0. We will define if source network is 192.168.101.0, destination any, and then what we have? Action allow. So what we have configured on Palo Alto? On Palo Alto, we have configured a policy, source network, this one, destination, this one, what to do with traffic. Action should be allow. Clear? But we have done this. Now we have a PC. PC is going to a server like 8.8.8.8. This is our public server here. 1 minute. So we have a server here, any kind of server you can assume here. Now this PC is going to this server, traffic will come to firewall, source is matching, destination matching, then action what we are getting? Allow. So this communication will be allow, yes or no? When this communication will be allow, there will be a log on the firewall. Log like source IP is which one? 101.100, destination 8.8.8.8. Now this was allow. Got it or no? If you are happy with this thing, then there is no need of user ID. But we are not happy with this. Now what we want? We want this thing. What we are getting here, source IP. We want accurate user. Who was the user who is accessing this server? For that, we have a solution in the market, that what we have here in industry, we use AD. We use Active Directory. Then what we will do here? We will integrate Palo Alto Firewall with Microsoft AD. Now we have integration of Palo Alto Firewall and Microsoft AD. That integration is called here what? User ID. Then what we will achieve with this help of user ID? At AD, we have groups like HR, like IT and sales. Those groups will be sync with. Those groups will be sync with Palo Alto. Now, what we will get here in policy, we can define like, not like IP. We will define what if HR group will come, if IT group will come, or sales group will come. If they go to internet, they should be allow. Now, what will happen here? Now, in this domain or in this monitor domain, this user will join. First of all, this user will join which one? AD. It will say, I am user like. I am user A. Password is like 123. AD will check, okay, user A, password is which one? 123. That belongs to which group? HR group. Now, what is the result of authentication? Authentication is here successful. Now, authentication is successful. Then AD will say to client, yes, authentication is your successful. Now, user has successfully logged into the domain. This information, AD will send this information to Palo Alto. Got it or not? Palo Alto will get an information. Okay, so user IP address is which one? 192.168.101.100. So this AD will send information like user A, not password, IP 192.168.101.100. Its group is HR. This information will be sent to Palo Alto. Yes or no? Now Palo Alto will create here a database here like user A, which has IP which one? Which has IP here 192.168.101.100, and it has group or AD group. It has which one? HR. Now Palo Alto has this database. Now this client will send request to Palo Alto. Which IP is coming? 101. Match with our database. Now AD will not ask what is your user. AD already has. It means this IP is being used by which user? A. And this belongs to which one? HR group. According to my policy, HR, according to my policy, 1 minute, according to my policy, HR candidate can go anywhere. Now this PC is going to 8.8.8.8. Now at Palo Alto, there will be a log. Log will be like this. 1 minute. There will be a log on Palo Alto that IP, source IP is which one? 192.168.101.100. What is the username? Username is here. Username is A, and its group group like HR, and action. What was the action? Action was here allow. Got it or not? Now this thing is more helpful for us. First, with the help of AD integration, we can deploy AD group based policy on firewall. Second thing, in log we can get accurate user information, that who was the user. Got it? So simple. What is user ID? User ID, it's simple. When we integrate Microsoft AD with Palo Alto Firewall so that we can deploy group-based policy on Palo Alto Firewall, as well as we can get accurate user information, that is called user ID. Clear? So this was something about user user ID introduction. Next is what? Next we have here monitoring and reporting. Monitoring and reporting we will do means here we will check the logs related to decryption, related to app ID, content ID, URL filtering, wildfire and user ID. Okay, means you will monitor the real-time traffic. You will also generate report, that how we can generate or create report based on IP or based on users. Done. So this thing is related to Palo Alto. Next we have here Palo Alto Panorama. You can manage Palo Alto Firewall directly, okay, using web user interface. But suppose if you have only one firewall, you can directly access it. But suppose you have 100, 200,000, more than 2,000 firewalls are in your organization, then you want to manage them. To manage multiple Palo Alto firewalls, Palo Alto provides a solution. That solution is called here Panorama. After Palo Alto training, we will learn here what is Palo Alto Panorama, how we can initially access it, how we can add firewall, how we can create templates. Templates means just like configuration, how we can add them in a group, how we can collect the log, how we can use the logs, how we can create administrative account on Panorama, how we can generate reporting, how we can upgrade or manage the your Panorama server. Got it? So this will be our entire content. This will be the content which we will cover in entire training. Now, this is a brief. If you want detailed information, what we will cover in each section, you can go below. Done. In here we will go to firewall introduction, Palo Alto. In lab setup, we will learn how to access Palo Alto, how to enable telnet, SSH, HTTP, HTTPS, how to verify connectivity, how to take backup, how to configure firewall with factory default, how to restore configuration, admin password recover, and how to upgrade firewall. Same here. When you will learn the things, you will learn uh, these things with the help of CLI, GUI, zone implementation, static routing, default routing, path monitoring. When we are saying we will go with RIP, in RIP we will learn basics, tables verification, peer table verification, redistribution, timer modification, default route advertise, authentication, and troubleshooting. So these are the detailed content. When we are saying that we will learn here OSPF, we will learn basic and multi-area, tables verification, virtual link, hello interval, dead interval modification, authentication, stub area, totally NSSA, external summarization, inter-area summarization, default information originate, redistribution with troubleshooting. So this is our detailed content which you can go through, or which we will cover. Simple. Oh, first one is just brief, it is detailed. Got it? So this will be the content. Now what we will do, we will copy this content, copy it from firewall introduction to, we will copy it to firewall introduction to your Panorama, copy it, take it to Notepad, paste. Today we have done only course content introduction. Got it? So whatever we will complete, we will mark it as done. So it will help to you as well as me. It will work as a checklist. How much we have covered, how much is remaining. Clear? So same thing is here. Now today I will keep only this. Tomorrow we will start with firewall introduction. If you have any question, we can go through with it. Otherwise, from my side, today session complete. We can end the meeting. Any question from your side, online candidates?
Sir, I have a question.
Mhm,
So regarding the user ID, would it
mhm.
be like the integration with the classic Active Directory, or would it be with Entra ID, or would it be
Listen,
both?
listen, not both, only one. What we will do here, let me clear. When we are saying user ID, so user ID means we need Active Directory server, and on Active Directory, we know Active Directory in backend that use a protocol that is called LDAP, correct?
Correct.
Okay, now on Palo Alto, we will say to Palo Alto that using the LDAP protocol, you need to sync or you need to gather the information about your log on, successfully logged in or sign in user information. So we will add here, you can say client-less AD integration, not anything else. Clear?
Okay. So, are we saying that Palo Alto would do not support Entra ID, or
What do
I
you
mean,
mean by intra-AD?
so Entra ID is like what we have, the classic Active Directory that you're talking about, right?
Now,
Mm,
again, my question is, what do you mean by classic? You have to clarify.
Okay.
Mhm.
So now Active Directory is, like there are two options now. Like formerly, whatever we used to implement, like on a VM or in a data center level, right? We can
Mhm.
implement Active Directory. That is classic Active Directory. But now
Okay,
Azure Active Directory is also there, right? So
okay.
which is now named as Entra ID.
Okay. No, we will not use any Azure or any another solution. We will deploy Active Directory in our organization. Okay, we will create a lab environment where we will set up a server of AD. We will install AD there. Then we will integrate it with Palo Alto, not any another solution like Azure, as you are saying. Okay,
Okay. All right.
clear?
Yes, sir.
So I have a couple of questions. One is I would not be able to join tomorrow's session. How and where can we access these recordings?
Listen, tomorrow class will be continued as we have done today. So what you can do if you or anyone who is not able to join any session, then they can see or watch or go through with that session later. Okay?
Mhm.
So you can see the recording later after 1 hour or 2 hour or 3 hour or after one day. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, yes. But where to access? How do I
Where
access?
through access now, where you are joining our session on mobile or desktop or laptop,
Yeah, I am on computer. Okay, so it'll be there.
Thank you, sir. Bye.
welcome. In previous class, we completed till course content introduction. Today we have here firewall introduction. Now let's start with firewall introduction. In this training, we will use Palo Alto documentation as well as another vendor documentation to understand some things. Okay, because Palo Alto company will tell only about its product, not about another technique, but they are required to understand the concept. That's why we will use different vendors document just like Cisco. So what you can do, Palo Alto official will be shared with you, okay, in hard format or soft format. Soft format, all files I have shared with you yesterday on OneDrive link, you can download. Hard format file like in textbook, you can collect from I-MEDITA, okay, or if you are outside the Pune, you can receive them via courier. For that, you need to coordinate with the person to whom you are communicating, okay. Now, let's start firewall introduction. I know that you know about firewall, but here we will start from scratch. If you know, then you can simply ignore it or bypass it. If you don't know, then you can use this information for your purpose. Now, so we are here for Palo Alto Firewall Training. Now, first question is here, what is firewall? To understand it, let's go through with a diagram here. And here, I hope that you all candidates have knowledge of at least CCNA. Done. Assume we have a PC connected with router router 1 is connected with router 2, and router 2 is connected with PC. This is my network diagram. We have two branches connected with each other. For easy understanding, you can note down IP addresses, like we can note down 192.168.101.100, 192.168.101.1, and 192.168.1.1, 192.168.1.2, 192.168.102.1, 192.168.102.100. This is my IP addressing scheme here. After IP addressing and routing, we can make it possible that this PC1 can communicate with PC2, and PC2 can communicate with PC1. Done. But here our requirement changed. What we only want that PC1 should be able to communicate with PC2, but PC2 should not be able to communicate with PC1. For that, we need to deploy a device that is called a firewall. We will replace router with firewall. So we will deploy here one firewall, clear, and it may be possible that this firewall can goes down. For redundancy purpose, how many firewalls we will deploy? Two. We will put them in group. We will put them in group. Okay. Now that group will be called here HA. Done. Okay, and we will treat both firewalls in HA as a single firewall. Now, at this firewall or at these firewall, what we will define? We will define policy. Policy like if source network is 192.168.101.0 and destination network is 192.168.102.0, then action should be allow. Now, according to this policy, this firewall will allow PC1 to communicate with PC2. Clear? But PC2 can't communicate with PC1. Now, what this firewall is doing? Firewall is making it possible that which network can communicate with which one. Or we can say firewall can be a single device or firewall can be a group of device. So same thing is mentioned here. Firewall is a system or group of system that manage access between two or more networks. Firewall can be hardware. When you are replacing a router with firewall, at that time firewall format will be here. Hardware. Firewall can be software. Some when we have a PC here, at PC we will install antivirus. Some people also called antivirus as a firewall. Clear? And firewall can also be virtual appliance in present time. Now, how we can say that it will be virtual appliance? Now, to understand it, in present time, we use two types of cloud. We use public cloud and we use here private cloud. In public cloud, we have Google Cloud Platform, Amazon Web Services, and Microsoft Azure. In private cloud, we have here VM, where we have here virtual box like this. On these private and public cloud, what we can do? We can deploy our virtual server. To protect that virtual server, what we need to protect that virtual server, we need a virtual appliance. Clear? So this was something about what is firewall and its type. Any problem? Okay. Next is here. Next is here firewall techniques. In present time, we have some techniques which can be available in one firewall. Okay, so one firewall can have at least one, or one firewall can have or has all the techniques. These techniques are packet filtering, proxy server, stateful firewall, transparent firewall, and next generation firewall. This next generation firewall is called sandbox inspection, which I told you yesterday. Now let's start with the remaining technique. So first we have here packet filtering or stateless packet filtering. When we talk about stateless packet filtering or packet filtering, in it packets are filtered using access list, and using it packet can be filtered based on layer 3 to layer 7 of OSI model. Means in CCNA you learn how to deploy ACL. With the ACL we can filter the traffic. We can filter the traffic from layer 3 to layer 7. So that is called here packet filtering. Examples of access list: when you will use access list, you can deploy standard access list, extended access list, named access list. You can deploy time-based access list. You can also deploy dynamic access list, reflexive access list, and TCP establish access list. These kinds of access list you can use to filter the traffic. When we use ACL, then definitely it will provide some advantages. Now we have two advantages. First one is easy to implement, and second one is cost effective. Now how we can say it is easy to implement? We can say it is easy to implement because we have a PC connected with a router, and router is connected with a server. Clear? Now, if this server is providing the service of which one? HTTPS. PC will be the source, server will be the destination. PC will generate a packet. That packet will in at this interface, packet will out from this interface. Interface name can be 0 by 0 or 0 by 1. At in direction or at out direction, what you can do? Either in direction or out direction, what you can deploy? You can deploy ACL. What you want? You want to allow HTTPS. So you need to allow TCP port number, which one? 443. Got it? If you have another server like simple mail transfer protocol, so we need to allow TCP port number 25. We have here DNS server, then we need to allow UDP port number, which one? 53. If you know the port number of application, then you will create an access list. In access list you will allow that port. That's why we can say it is easy to implement. It is also cost effective. Why we can say it is cost effective? Packet filtering will be done by ACL. ACL we will deploy on router. Most of the companies use router. For that, there is no need of any another device. When you are not purchasing any device, then it is simple. It will be cost effective. Clear? Along with advantage, it also has disadvantages like not scalable. So what is the meaning of not scalable here? Not scalable meaning is here. For example, if we have how many source? 100. If we have how many destination? 10. If we have here services like 10. Now question is, how many ACL entries need to create? How many ACL entries you need to create? Then formula is multiply source with destination, multiply with services, 1000 and 10,000. So how many entries you need to create? 10,000 entries you need to create. The job of creating 10,000 entries is not scalable. Okay, you can't easily create these ACLs. Next disadvantage is here, complex access lists are hard to create and maintain. What is the meaning of this line? This line meaning is this: if you have a PC connected with router, router is connected with internet, and at internet we have a server. Server belongs to DNS. Then what we will do? At router we will create ACL. In ACL what we will do? We will allow which port number? UDP port number 53. This kind of rule we will create at router. Then what will happen? Now we have a user. User is sending what? DNS query. User is sending DNS query. That query will be encapsulated under UDP port number. UDP port number 53. According to rule, that DNS query is allow, it's okay. But assume we also have here one server, which is our torrent server. Now, what client will do? The client will send torrent data that will be encapsulated under UDP port number 53. According to this ACL, that torrent traffic or packet is also allow. Got it? So you can't create such ACL. You cannot create here such ACL that if DNS traffic is if DNS query is going under UDP port number 53, that should be allowed. And if torrent traffic, if torrent traffic is going at which port number? 53, that should be denied. So you can't do this thing. Clear? You can't do this thing with the help of ACL. This thing can't be done with the help of ACL. So this is the problem of your packet filtering. Clear? After packet filtering, we have here next technique, and it is our proxy server. Yesterday I told you that what we can do, we can also do URL filtering with the help of Palo Alto. But before Palo Alto, okay, to secure URL access, most of the companies in present time also they use what? Proxy server. So what is the use case of proxy server? First of all, let's understand it with the help of diagram. We have a PC. PC is connected with router, and this router is connected with internet. And at internet we have different kinds of servers like Google, Facebook. We have here Google, okay. We have here Facebook. We have here like YouTube. We have here torrent server like this. So we have lots of servers available on internet. Now we have a user in our organization, and we want this user should be able to access internet. It can access Google, Facebook, YouTube, and torrent. Now what we want? We want this user should not be able to access torrent, YouTube, and Facebook. For that we will deploy here a proxy server. Proxy server can be deployed in two ways. There are two methods to deploy it. So first method is here explicit proxy. And in explicit proxy, we do client configuration, or we have to do client configuration. Second method of deployment of proxy server is transparent proxy. In transparent proxy, we do gateway configuration. We do gateway configuration. Either you need to configure client or you need to configure gateway. Okay. Now we have a proxy server in our, we have a proxy server in our lane like this. This is our proxy server. At proxy server, we will deploy policies. Policies will be like this. We will define if someone is going to Google, that should be allow. If anyone is going to Facebook, deny. Anyone is going to YouTube, that should be deny. If anyone is going to torrent, that should be deny. Like this, we will define policies on proxy server. We are taking the example of first explicit proxy. In it, we will configure the client, and in it, client will directly send request to proxy server. If we will say to client access google.com, that request will go to proxy. Proxy will check what Google is. Allow, yes or no. When Google is allow here, then in third step, proxy will send request to Google. Google will give reply to proxy, and proxy will give reply to client. So in this way, your traffic will flow. If you are using which one? If you are using explicit proxy. According to our policy, Google is allow. Now, client will think, okay, what I want to access? I want to access Facebook. Now, what proxy server will see? That Facebook is here. Deny. Now, in third step, proxy will say to client, Facebook is equal to deny. You can't access Facebook website. So whatever the URLs you will allow, they will be allowed. Rest of the URLs will be deny. Any problem? Okay. Now what we need next is here. This will happen in explicit proxy. Now let's discuss about which one. Transparent proxy. In transparent proxy, our client has no idea whether there is proxy or not. Now simple, client will send request to router that I want to go to where? I want to go to, or I want to communicate with Google. Now this router will send request to proxy server. Proxy server will see, okay, Google is allow. Now fourth step, proxy will send request to Google. Google will give reply to proxy, and proxy will give reply to client. Now what is the difference? In explicit proxy, client directly send request to proxy server. In transparent proxy, client send request to gateway send request to proxy server. Either you use explicit proxy or transparent proxy, your request will come to proxy will send it to outside server will send the reply to proxy will send it to inside. And when traffic is going via proxy will enforce your organization policy. Clear? So this will be done by your proxy server. Same thing, whatever I have draw here, same thing is mentioned here, that proxy server. Proxy server works as an intermediate system between inside and outside world. Proxy server will not allow inside user to go outside directly or vice versa. Proxy server is also called application gateway or application firewall. Proxy server is mostly used for URL filtering. URL stand for Universal Resource Locator, or also known as Uniform Resource Locator. Limitations of proxy server can be single point of failure. If you are using only one proxy, then there can be a single point of failure. To solve it, we will not use one, we will use two, primary and we will use secondary. So single point of failure can be solved with the help of primary and secondary. Second limitation is there, it introduces Delay will be there, that will be in millisecond. You can't remove it because client will send request to proxy server. Proxy server will send request to internet. Internet will give reply to proxy. Proxy will give reply to client. Definitely there will be delay. So what you can do to minimize the delay? Purchase a good capacity proxy server, purchase a good capacity or good bandwidth internet connection. Along with you need to purchase the appropriate devices. For example, you have 1 Gbps internet connection, but you have deployed router which supports only fast Ethernet. So this purchase of this 1 Gbps is useless. So you also need to update the your infrastructure devices, that your if you have 1 Gbps connection, then what we need? We also need here a router which can forward the traffic based on your gig, that must support gigabit Ethernet here. Got it or not? Same here, if you have gigabit interface here, it may be possible you are using switches. So switches must be capable to support gigabit Ethernet. And if your PC support fast Ethernet, still it is a problem. So your PC should also capable that they can support gigabit Ethernet capacity. Got it or not? So you can minimize the delay, but totally you can't remove it. Got it? So this was something about proxy server. Next is here stateful firewall. To understand it, we will go through with a diagram. So diagram is in front of you. We have a PC. PC we have connected with stateful firewall, and stateful firewall is now connected with outside server. For easy understanding, write down IP addresses here like 192.168.101.100 When PC will communicate with the server, PC will use a dynamic port number and it will hit to the server well-known port like 443. Okay, first step, PC will generate a packet. Packet structure will be like this, that source IP will be 192.168.101.100. Destination IP will be 192.168.102.100. Source port 1025. Destination port 443. Now we have here TCP flag. We will use here TCP flag, and TCP flag will contain which information? SYN information. Such kind of packet will be generated and that will be offered to that will be offered to that will be sent to your stateful that will be sent to stateful firewall. In third step, stateful firewall will create a database, that will create a database. Done. Like who is coming? 192.168.101.100 is coming. It is going to 102.100. Which port number is coming? 1025, and it is going to port number 443. What is TCP flag? TCP flag is here. Which one? SYN. Such kind of database will be created by this database will be created by your stateful firewall. After this packet will be forwarded to the server. Now what server will do? Server will send reply. When server will send reply, source IP will be 192.168.102.100. Destination IP this one 192.168.101.100 source port, which will be 443, destination port, that will be 1025. In the response option TCP, flag will be here SYN plus acknowledgement. This kind of packet or reply packet will be forwarded to stateful firewall. Now stateful firewall will check who is coming. 102 102 is coming. It is going to 101, going to 101. Layer 3 match, layer 3 information match. Okay, which port number is coming? 443. And it is going to which port number? 1025. Layer 4 is also matching. Okay, next what is coming? Here SYN plus ACK flag is coming. So SYN plus ACK is will only accept if we have sent it SYN. Yes, 101.100 send SYN request only in the response of SYN which packet will come. SYN plus ACK will come. So when the reply will come, firewall will match reply with database. It is matching. When it is matching, it will be allow. If any information will not match, then this packet will be dropped. Got it? So what stateful firewall do? When stateful firewall receives a packet, when stateful firewall receives a packet, it put the packet or connection information in a database. After adding information in database, it forward the packet to actual destination. When firewall will receive reply packet information will be matched with state table. If it will match, it will be allow, otherwise it will be deny. Done. So as I told you with the help of diagram, same thing is mentioned here. Stateful firewall. Stateful firewall maintain the state of connection when packet is traveling through the applies. When packet will pass through the firewall, it will maintain. Stateful firewall maintain the state of connection in state table. After adding information in state table, stateful firewall forwards the packet to actual destination. When stateful firewall receives reply packet, stateful firewall match the reply packet information to its state table. If reply match, packet is accepted, otherwise drop. Got it? So as I told you with the help of diagram, same thing is mentioned here. Next is here TCP TCP about 1 minute. The TCP 1 hour, vendor to vendor different. TCP 1 hour, UDP 2 minute, ICMP 2 second. Network address translation 3 hours. Like this. Okay, but this information can be different vendor to vendor. Yes, Pallavi?
Like you have mentioned in the diagram, okay, in a stateful firewall we are going to make the entry in database, okay.
No, we will not. Wait. We will not do this. Firewall will make this database automatically. We only need to create policy.
Okay, whenever we are creating the policy and that firewall will automatically create an entry in database, how
Correct.
that entry will be created, like both way, like are they mentioning like a source or destination details? So are we going to make the two entries? No, not we, the firewall is going to make the two entries, like first is the source destination, another is the vice versa of the source destination.
No, only entry will be created in unidirectional. If you have defined policy, inside can go to outside. When inside traffic will go to outside, firewall will create a database, which source IP, which source number went to which destination IP, which destination port number. Only this database along with flag. This database will be created, packet will be forwarded. When reply packet will come, then it will check, okay, whatever went outside, is that same traffic is coming reverse or not. So that thing will be verified with the entry which firewall had already created, and if it will match, then it will be allow. If you want what that traffic should forward in both direction, like traffic should go inside to outside, you need to create one policy, then policy will create one entry. If you want, okay, outside can also come to inside, then firewall will also create a database from outside to inside. But firewall will create only unidirectional traffic flow, not bidirectional traffic flow. Clear?
Okay, means I have to create an policy
Mm-hmm.
bi-directional way,
Mm-hmm.
and then only that firewall will create a database entry in a bi-directional way. Am I right? Or
No, again you are taking wrong.
okay.
What you want? Simple.
See, means
Hmm.
when you said okay, can we go to that diagram?
Now diagram will come 192, 168, 101.100. And for your future reference, if you have any query, ask at the same time,
Yeah.
because too much undos can't be done here.
Actually, I
1025.
tried to find out the raise hand, but unable to see here. So
Okay, now,
I got it.
now tell.
Okay. See, when we said okay, now that's a stateful firewall. Whenever we are defining the policy, correct?
Mhm.
Here, like we have the destination of 102.100. Okay,
Okay,
and
now
destination
wait,
to
wait. Let me make easy for you. We have to define here policy, like source network is which one?
correct.
192.168.101.0, and destination network is here. Destination network is here 192.168.102.0. Then action should be allowed. Such kind of policy we need to create here. Now it's your turn.
Huh. Now, firewall will make an entry in database,
Yes,
correct? Once
yes,
we define the policy.
correct.
So, how the firewall will make that entry is like source is the 101.0 and
That was
destination.
the format same. Firewall will make who is coming.
Okay.
192.168.101.100. Which port number is coming? 1025.
25.
It is going to where? 192.168.102.100. At which port number it is going? 443. This kind of entry will automatically create by firewall. Same. It will contain source IP, it will contain port number, it will contain destination IP, as well as it will also contain destination port number.
Port.
Clear?
Okay. Now it's a unidirectional entry he has made. Correct?
Yes.
Firewall has made a unidirectional entry.
Mhm.
Now, when my entry is going to, whenever I'm going to the destination, when my
Mhm.
packet is getting forwarded to the destination, that is 102.100, I should
Correct.
receive the acknowledgement package, sync and acknowledgement package.
Correct.
Correct?
Correct.
Whenever I'm getting the sync acknowledgement packet, how my firewall will read the entry? Because my firewall has the destination IP, and
Correct.
actually whenever I'm getting the sync and destination packet,
Mhm.
okay, that time my source will be the 102.100.
Correct.
Correct? My source is the 102.100, and my whenever I'm going to check the entry in database,
Mhm.
that time that source as I mentioned as a destination.
Mhm.
Am I right?
Listen. So this is the entry. Okay.
Hmm.
Source IP, source port, destination IP, and
Correct.
destination port. Packet will go outside, and packet is going in which format? SYN format. Now
Correct.
in reverse, what will come when we are talking here? Reply. In reply, what will come? SYN plus ACK will come. But when packet will come, what will be the source IP?
102.100.
What will be the destination IP?
101.100.
And here, source port will be 443. Destination port will be
1025.
and what is coming back? SYN
Sync.
plus
Acknowledge.
acknowledgement. So this packet will come, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Now firewall knows it very well that this IP, this port number went to this server or this destination, this port number. Now this entry will check in reverse direction. Entry will be check in reverse
Correct.
direction. Now who is coming? 102. Yes, 102. It is going where? 101.
Okay.
101. Layer 3 information match. Which port number is coming?
443.
443. Which port number is coming? 443. It is going at which port number?
1025.
1025. Which flag is coming?
Sync
SYN plus ACK.
acknowledge.
But SYN plus ACK will only come if the PC has sent SYN flag. Yes, database contain that this PC or SYN packet was sent from this IP to this IP port number to this IP port number. Now, what is coming? SYN plus ACK. If SYN was sent, only then SYN plus ACK will be accepted. If
Okay.
this PC has not initiated SYN, and if that server is trying to give SYN plus ACK, then nothing will be come. Clear?
Understood. Understood. So it will check the entry in database it will check in reverse. Okay.
Reverse direction. It
Even
is
though
for.
it's
Mhm.
even though
Yes, yes.
it's a unidirectional, entry is the unidirectional, but still it will check the reverse. That
Yeah,
unidirectional entry it will check by the reverse format.
yeah, but in theory, or if someone asks us, we will not tell him that now the entry will be check in reverse direction. It will be assumed as a common understanding. For example, if from Pune, where are you, Pallavi?
Pune. Pune only.
Pune. Okay, in Pune, which location? I'm not
Wak.
coming, just
Okay. Wakad.
Wakad. Okay, for example, we are here in
Baner.
Baner. Got it? And we have sent a courier to you from Pune, Baner to Wakad, Pune. Got it?
Yes.
If that will not be delivered, then what intelligence courier company will use? It will send it to river. Then in
Correct.
reverse, the source will be Wakad, Pune, destination will be Pune, Baner.
Baner.
But we will not instruct to that person now, listen, if you are going to Baner, Pune to Wakad, then you have to keep keep your head toward east direction or west direction. The device knows it properly, and the person who is asking that will understand, okay, when packet will go, firewall will create a database that who went to which destination. When reverse reply is coming, so the entry will be checked in reverse direction only. That traffic will be allowed, rest of the traffic will be denied. Clear?
Yes, clear. Much clear. Thank you.
Okay, welcome. So next we have here, so what is stateful firewall? We have understood with the help of diagram as well as with the help of theory. Next we have here this thing that, as I told you, we will create what? State table. So some vendor called it state table, some vendor call it connection table, some vendor call it session table. Why it is? Then don't involve yourself in this why they will call it. Then again I will ask you some idiotic questions why earth is round. Okay, so don't move in this way. So that can be called state table, connection table, or session table. That can contain information like source IP, destination IP, source port, destination port, and additional information like SYN plus ACK and ACK. Clear? Okay. Next is what? Next we have here transparent firewall. To understand it, let's take a funny example of, for example, what is Palo Alto? Palo Alto is a company. What it does? It produce or manufacture firewalls. To whom? For animals? No. For human being? Why for human being? Because it is the requirement of human being or humanity in present time to protect their digital infrastructure from digital attack. That's why we need firewall. Yes or no? But if you suppose before 100 years, is there any word like digital? No. Is there anything like firewall? No. Yes or no? So at that time, this company doesn't exist. Now, time to time, requirement of human being or humanity change. Okay, and to fulfill them, some will be there who will fulfill them, and that will be an organization or company or individual person. Got it or not? So same here, if you want to stay in market, you have to fulfill someone requirement. You will exist. If you are not doing, then you will be wipe off. Correct? Okay, I want to drink alcohol, for example, but that is better. वो क्या होता है? कड़वा होता है. Now, is there any solution online, guys? I want to drink alcohol, but that is better, and I don't want to feel that taste. Is there any solution? Yes. Add something, add it in juice, with some soda. Okay, I'm not doing marketing of alcohol, but I'm telling you something that there is someone need. There is someone need, so you have, if someone will fulfill, that will exist. Same here. For example, some people eat non-veg. Okay, some doesn't, but someone wants to eat things like non-veg without killing the people. Then what is the solution? Soya products. Yes or no? So there is someone requirement. If someone is fulfilling, that will exist in the market. Same here. Now you will say, why I'm using this, I'm asking such kind of question, because this transparent firewall is not for everyone. This is for special organization or whose requirement is different. Clear? So what is the requirement now? Requirement is this. We have a company. In company, we have LAN devices like we have here PC1, PC2, we have server 1, and we have server 2. They are connected with switch network. Switch will be connected with router. A router can be connected with another branch with the help of lease line, with the help of internet connection, and with the help of MPLS VPN we can connect different branches. What we have deployed here? Router. On this router you will do something like you will do IP addressing, you will do routing, you will do netting, you will configure MPLS VPN or MPLS multi-protocol label switching. Clear? Okay. This thing you will do, then you can make communication between LAN to internet, internet to LAN, one branch to another branch. Clear? Now, what we want? We want to protect our resources. To protect our resources, till now what we have learned that we will replace router with firewall. When we are replacing router with firewall, we need to configure IP addressing again, routing again, netting again, VPN again. But MPLS is not applicable on firewall. On firewall, you can't configure MPLS, and after that, you will configure here what? Firewall policies. Done. To get protection in your production environment, you need to do a lot of changes. And to do these changes, we require time and expertise. We have expertise, but we don't have time. Okay. Then what is the solution? Solution is here that, or we don't want to change this configuration. What we want? Definitely we want firewall policy, but we don't want to configure IP addressing again, don't want to configure routing, netting, VPN, MPLS, removing MPLS from our network, not possible. But we don't want to change configuration, still we want firewall policy. Then what is the solution? Solution is here, transparent, transparent. Solution is transparent firewall. Transparent firewall is inserted between your local area network and between your gateway. You will connect your lane with firewall. Firewall will be connected with gateway. Then you will break the connectivity between lane and gateway. Now traffic will pass through the firewall, and at this firewall, what you will deploy? All firewall policies. Now, no change in IP addressing, no change in routing. There is no change in existing network. Still, we have deployed firewall policies with the help of transparent firewall. Got it? So, if any organization wants to increase its protection without changing network configuration or without changing network diagram, still they can achieve protection with the help of transparent firewall. Same thing is mentioned here when we are talking about transparent firewall. Transparent firewall works at layer 2, and at just like layer 2 device as switch, it forwards the frame based on destination MAC address. Whenever what client will do, client will send frame to gateway, so packet will go from inside to outside and outside to inside. Frame will be forwarded based on destination MAC address, but still it has capability to filter the traffic from layer 2 to layer 7. Transparent firewall functionality. In other vendors, this functionality is available with same name or different name like virtual virtual wire. In Cisco, you will find this feature with the name transparent firewall. In FortiGate, you will find this feature with transparent firewall. But in Palo Alto, you will find transparent firewall feature with the name of virtual wire. Okay, advantage of transparent firewall. You can deploy transparent firewall in your network. If you want to implement firewall in your network without readdressing the surrounding device or without redesigning your network. Clear? So this was something about what is firewall and how many firewall technique presents in present time. Next generation firewall. Yesterday I told you with very clearly that what is sandbox inspection. Done. So this was something about your firewall introduction. Mhm. Yes. No. Some features will not be available. They will be remain same, but VPN you can't configure. Yes, Bhavneet.
Sir, I have a question regarding the V-wire.
Mm-hmm.
So, what is the difference if we are connecting the firewall to a span port of a switch versus the way that you depicted in the diagram, that we are, putting it in the middle of a switch and the router, right? So,
Listen, span port is not a port which forward the actual traffic. Listen,
okay.
what is the requirement of span port here? I have a router. I have a router. Router is connected with switch. Switch is connected with another switch that is connected with PC and server. Got it? Now, this is my important server. I want to check which kind of traffic is going out and which kind of traffic is coming in. For that purpose, I will configure here span on this port, switch port analyzer. So in span, this will be the source port, and here I have another monitoring server. And this port, for example, this port number 1, port number 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. In span, what we will do, this will be my source port and this will be my destination port in span. Then what span switch will do? Whatever traffic is going in and out, that will create exact copy, not actual traffic. Yeah, duplicate traffic will be forwarded from port number 5 to 6. This is the task of span, switch port analyzer. But this works locally. If I want to monitor this one and I want to send traffic this to monitoring server, now span will not work. Then we have a technique rspan, remote span. Then what we will do, we will create here a dedicated VLAN. We will create a rspan VLAN. Then source will be this port and destination will be this particular VLAN. That VLAN traffic will go to switch to in that VLAN. So that will be our means that will be the VLAN. So we can call it, we have a special purpose VLAN here, VLAN. Okay, and same VLAN will be here. Okay, now at switch 2 we will configure this will be the VLAN will be the source and port number 6 will be the destination. So this concept is called remote span. So remote span or span is totally different from your transparent firewall. Here, if you are configuring firewall here, then that will not work as a transparent firewall. That when you have Palo Alto firewall here, in that condition, it will act just like what? Monitoring server. But this mode is called here tap mode. This is called here tap mode because you are sending traffic from your switch or network to Palo Alto, and this can be used for which purpose? Monitoring purpose, that which traffic, which user you are using in your organization. So tap mode is different as compared to transparent mode or as compared to vWire mode. Clear?
Yes, sir. And sir, in terms of other vendors, what is it called? Like in Palo Alto, we say tap mode.
This
Uh,
feature is not available on another vendors.
it is not okay.
Okay, some have, but it is rarely used. Why it is
Got it.
rarely used? Reason is this. We want to kill mosquitoes. Okay. Do we will purchase AK-47?
Mhm.
Yes or no?
No, sir.
Okay. So to kill mosquitoes, there are another solutions. Palo Alto is a costly device, okay? And only to monitor that we will not do such a investment. If we want to, simple, don't take my words in wrong way. We want to go to Delhi or any another location. For that, we will not create own airplane company, okay? We will use another cheaper solutions.
Yes, sir.
Now, we have we will discuss about Palo Alto Firewall. Can we shift this batch? No enforcement. I'm just asking. Can we shift this batch 10 to 12 or not? If anyone has problem, they frankly say no. If you agree with this, say yes, we can do it. No. Baat khatam. Now let's continue. Next is here Palo Alto Firewall Introduction. Okay.
So before we go ahead, I have a question regarding vWire.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, I am not really sure if you'll be covering this in the later part, but if you are covering, then we can ignore this question. But if you are not, then I would request you to take it up right now. So, can you go back to that diagram, sir, if you still have it? So, sir, my confusion is, uh, if the vWire interface does not have a layer 2 and a layer 3 address,
Hmm.
I then how come high availability will work for Palo Alto?
Very good question. But today we are not discussing about high availability. What we are discussing here, what is firewall? What are the firewall technique? You can ask this question at the time of HA or at the time of vWire. Simple here. If you have asked here, no problem. We have Palo Alto Firewall in vWire mode. Got it? Question is how HA will work here. When a device is L2, at layer 2, they also sends keep alives. Okay. And if any device is not getting layer 2 keep lives on its interface, then firewall will assume that interface is down and HA should take place. Clear?
Correct, sir.
Any problem now?